Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I didn't even realize that this was going to be like a 3-4 part series, but it's really cool because we have a lot to say and a lot of wisdom to share with you guys. So welcome to part 2 of me and Chris's hanging time. And yeah, so today we want to talk about amesema all his names: Chris, Christos, CK, Diva. Actually, I'll ask about his other names. Anyway, so today we want to talk about like what men want. Honestly, I know all of us ladies, you know, guys always say how women are complicated, you know, and I know we are complicated. Believe me, even me sometimes I don't understand myself. But it's true. It's true. It's true. Believe me, if you are a woman, you really know just how complicated being a woman.
You're the chosen few. Unafaa kuwekea tu angel tuwili hapo juu.
So, we wanted to understand the perspective. We were just talking here, Chris and I, and we're saying, you know, like the Bible, it's an amazing like manual for life, yeah. But the one thing we've just realized is it doesn't really have a manual or rules, or it doesn't really give us rules. We could call them rules.
Yeah, guidelines.
Guidelines. That's the word I was looking for, of how to date. It never talks about the dating part. It never talks about the courting part. It only tells you, God just tells you, you find your own person. He's not gonna find a person for you.
Yeah.
Right. So, for me, right now we are in 2020. Dating in 2020 sucks. For us millennials, yeah, it definitely sucks. I think you would know both perspectives, women and men.
Ground,
ni rough. So we want to know why, right? And so these different segments we'll talk about the different perspectives. So today we're starting with the guys because, you know, we're always starting with the ladies. So today, let's do the kind thing and let's give men the floor. So for me, my question is, let's give it 3 questions. Yeah, if you can answer these questions, and then when we're talking about women, I will answer your 3 questions. Cindy, that's fair. So that, because I know we can talk. So yes, question number 1. Question number 1 is why are guys in our age group? I'm talking about age group, single, really, who are dating right now.
Yeah.
Why are they so bad at communication? Like, it's easy for you to hit on a girl, you meet her, you're vibing her, nini.
So number 1, communication.
Number 1, hata ndio sitauliza pamoja, nimeuliza tu hiyo kwanza uanze hiyo kwanza. Umitum say you guys start vibing, then all of a sudden maybe he's not feeling your vibe, or something, just something happened along the way.
Yeah.
Then that's it. Ghosting. No one says anything, no one talks about anything. Or let me it's the same question but in different perspectives.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys were dating even, yeah? Like, and then things went sour, right? But you never had a conversation. I didn't say never had a conversation, but
ghosting.
First of all, other than ghosting is always the end product, but instead maybe you did something shady, right? Udem akakukall out. Nini shida yako, nini. Ukamghost. In fact, ukasema, now you even made it seem like udem ni cheesy, right? This girl be crazy, she'd be wilding. Yet you did something wrong as a guy. You really did something wrong to this girl. She called you out, you cancelled her, and then you ghosted her. Why are men, guys, so bad at communication now in terms of dating? Why can't you just like tell someone how you're feeling? I'm not feeling you. I don't like this. It's over. Why can't you just talk? When did this ghosting begin, and why do you do it?
Yeah. So okay, for me, this whole communication vibe it's also broad in so many aspects. There's a communication where like there's nothing bad that's happening, like you're having a good time, but your man doesn't speak, doesn't communicate during the day. Like mtaongea tu asubuhi, that's it. Yana ngoja kesho, the next day they talk to you. So and it shouldn't be that way, because the reality is, for any relationship, let me talk about any relationship we all value, be it your brother, be it your sister, be it your mom, be it your dad, be it any single person that you value, even God. Like, you really need to communicate. You really need to make a deliberate action towards finding time to talk to people, to communicate, to have a good one-on-one. But what happens at times, naturally, it's not an excuse, don't get me wrong, it's not an excuse. Women are more, when it comes to communication, it sits well with women, easier than men, but it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, because you can work on something. I might not be a good texter, but I'm good at calling, so I can find time and, call someone and, we talk. So it's just basically being deliberate. We need to be better. We need also, instead of shifting this whole blame game of communication, because as she was talking, I also saw some other aspects about women where they struggle with communication. And let me give you instances. Let's say I'm dating someone right here. The first thing women tell all of us, they tell us that for them communication is key. But how many times do we find ourselves, like, when you want to communicate something, you ask a chick, like, hey, what's up? She says nothing. So you see, it happens. It's not to throw the fire between a man and a woman, but it's one of those things that all of us, we need to be better. It's only that it's amplified when it comes from men. Like, let me not attack women or anything. I'm just
today is about men, so let's focus on men.
It's about men. So I was just shedding light to bring out an aspect of.
We do it too. It's true.
Yeah, because if you
but
think
now,
about
man, I'm asking. Today we're talking about the men.
Yeah.
Why do you do it? Like, and it's not just necessarily in relationships. I'm not even talking about bad communication. Maybe he's just not good at the phone. I'm not talking about that.
I've
given you the specific. I've given you specific instances.
Yeah.
Of this is I've given you examples. Like, so the question is, why do guys act like that? Why do you just ghost? Why do you just not tell someone I'm not feeling you? Why do you, like, Amma, why do you chase someone around and then you bring them around you? Like, there's this thing about guys, the way you just, like, I like someone to be mine. Hata kama sitaki kuwa na mtu mwingine, na sitaki kuwa na yeye.
Thank you. Actually, you've just answered something from that point that I wanted to use. The reality is, at times you're never clear about what you want. Okay, you go out, you just go to some random place, you meet someone, they're looking nice, so you go approach them, talk to them. So you haven't quite made it clear what your intention is. Let me tell you why at times men ghost women, because that's basically just withdrawing from communication. You might find a chick who they look attractive. So that's the first point. Like, that's the primary reason as to why men go for women. The first one, which is attraction, like, wow, I'm wowed by what I see, let me just go and talk. Before now you start to get to know the person. But once you start communicating, there's this thought, it's actually a bad thought that comes from within. Like, you're like, hey, I came with this vibe that I really want to date you, but since I learned who you are, I'm like, you know what, let me settle for the best next thing. And that's basically sex. And once you have that mindset, when you start realizing you had that initial interest, which was dating, then you realize you can't date this person, so you kind of like mix up a woman, because you approached her like you wanted her, like wanted to have her like exclusively, like she's yours, but you find the unfortunate bit, once you start realizing that, hey, she's not my type, like in terms of her personality, like you settle for the next best thing. The reality,
which ends up hurting the woman in the long run.
Which ends up, and this thing also, we were having that discussion the other day, because you see, it's two-sided. It's one of those conversations you can go on and on and on, but there's also one person who was making his argument like this from a man's perspective. You might approach a chick, you start vibing, you click, you're into each other, then there's this thing which happens. So, because we're talking about our society right now, people start having, sex, they become friends with benefits. It's so common nowadays. But you see, the initial thing will be probably like an agreement between a man and a woman. It's just sex, nothing attached, no strings attached. But you find out after some time, it's so hard to have sex with someone without any connection. So you might find the first agreement was basically sex, which shouldn't be the best way to go. According to from a Christian perspective, it doesn't sit well. But once you start doing that, you find there's an emotional connection that comes. So once it starts coming, you might find, and more often than not, it comes from a woman. More often than not, it starts coming from a woman. So when it comes from a woman, then a man starts asking himself, okay, what did we agree? So it starts becoming like a back and forth, which in the long run, you're doing the right thing. In quotes, in your head, it's the right thing. Like the way you started agreeing, like you're gonna just be,
but the question is, Yes, I like that,
I was
because there's
just
so many
saying
instances that
there's so
people
many instances just to show the triggers
who
where,
actually tell
Yeah.
someone that, yeah, we're just having friends with benefits. And you see, I like that one,
Yeah.
the person who is you've defined that relationship, you've defined
Yeah.
and said,
Initially,
this
yeah.
way all we're doing is just we're
Yeah.
just being friends with benefits.
Yeah.
And that is communication.
Mm.
But now there's that one who won't communicate with you. There's that guy who, the way you said, you'll start, then he'll be like, okay, maybe I'm not really trying to date this chick, so.
Yeah.
But I've still left her thinking, like, I'm still treating her like I want to date her.
Mm.
But I'm just here for the sex, right? So, no, you're
Yeah.
just here, but
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
letting her. So my question is, like, why not just let her know? Like,
But
why
you
not
see-
let her know? Because,
Yeah.
and then one day,
And-
and then she's not gonna come and
and-
tell you, I
and-
thought I thought it was headed somewhere else. I thought you were
And
doing
that's
this,
what I
thought,
wanted to say.
like,
That's what I wanted to say. Because let me give you another perspective that happens. So I've seen it so many times with people. Like they agree on that, like it's a friends with benefits thing. Then when the emotion starts coming, you find initially even the woman agreed to a friends with benefits, but she thought the feelings
it
might
would change.
It would
eventually.
change.
Yeah, I mean, there are
it
women who
happens-
do that.
yeah,
It's
it
true.
happens so many
There are
times.
women who, as in, eventually,
Yeah, you
you're like,
think-
I think I can change it. I mean,
You can change like,
That's
hey,
really wonderful.
we are connecting really well.
that's
So-
what we'll talk about next.
Yeah, so
segment.
it's one of those things, because I believe both of us stand for doing things the right way. It doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean we're perfect. But now that we've come to that realization, that's why we're standing for doing things the right way. Make your intentions clear from the get-go.
Yes.
As in
And
that's-
this is a guy to a guy,
Yeah.
and I mean to both
Yeah,
men and
just
women.
make-
We need
make
to
make it clear from the get-go. Like
Yeah.
if you're approaching a chick, make your intentions clear. Is it just a friend? So if it's a friend, don't start flirting.
True.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like I can't even think
Just
of an
don't.
example. It doesn't make
Just
sense.
don't.
Don't flirt. Don't flirt.
Don't take it
Because-
to somewhere you know you don't want
yeah,
it to go.
because you're leading someone just to
On-
thinking, hey,
yeah.
this guy is paying a lot of attention to me. Hey,
He's
that's
calling me
you're
every
planting
day.
thoughts.
Now
you're
you're
planting
spending so much
thoughts
time
to-
with me. You're showing me
Yeah.
all these caring things.
Yeah, so
Bro.
basically just make your intention clear from the get-go. Like, hey, okay, you can't quite go say like I want you to be my girlfriend if you think about it, but like you can hint,
No, you can, depending on the
hint.
relationship.
Yeah,
You see
can-
the type of relationships
I'm
that
talking
you
about
get.
like you've approached. I'm talking from a man's perspective.
like from the
I've-
beginning.
yeah, from
Obviously,
the
you're not gonna
beginning,
meet a
yeah,
guy and be
you're
like,
not
I want
hey,
you
I want
to
to
be my
date you. No,
girlfriend.
you can't do that. Hey, people are like,
Then
hey,
the chick would be like,
look at
excuse
this.
you.
Yeah, look at this weirdo
Stop
here.
that.
Yeah, you're not. Hey, are you okay? Hey.
Imagine me.
Yeah, hey. So you can't. But there's a way you can lead a woman to know that you want. You
No,
basically
for
want-
sure.
yeah.
When he
But
wants, the
communicate.
part for when a
Yeah,
man
you-
wants a woman,
Yeah.
you don't need
Yeah.
any.
Yeah.
When a man
It's
wants a woman,
clear.
it's
It's supposed to be
very
clear.
clear.
Yeah.
That one is never a question.
But
But
they
now these
want
other
them
games,
for,
yeah.
it's what probably which is never clear.
True. No,
Yeah.
I mean
Like-
especially when I think when someone is trying to marry, if you're trying to wife someone, let me tell you,
Yeah.
these guys you meet from the beginning, and
You just
yeah,
know
and
what's
even someone
headed.
said this will be my wife. Even
But
if it's
can
not
I
like
tell you
even my
something also,
in your
men-
head, no,
can I
in
tell
your
you
head
something
umeshajiambia,
where-
huyu atakuwa bibi yangu.
But let
And
me tell
then
you,
kuna kale
men are very deceptive as well. And I'm not
from
I'm
a
not-
man, from a man.
Yeah, I'm not
He's not
against-
being sality, baby.
Eh,
He's just
sincerity, I'm just speaking the truth.
So,
Let
no,
I
no.
just stand for the truth.
Uncle
by the
Chris
way.
is over here
I-
trying to protect my heart.
Whether to be honest, I'm just speaking. I'm just trying to.
Believe me, I've been in situations.
Yeah.
I've listened to his wisdom. Even me,
Yeah,
there's times I should have
tumekula life,
listened.
man.
I think I should have listened to him from the beginning.
But it's basically where, and
Yeah.
it's from a point of I don't want it to go bad.
That's
In any case, like
That's why we're
Yeah.
making these videos for you guys, so
Yeah.
that maybe you can learn something
can learn
from
something.
us. And
'Cause men-
in your next relationship, so
Yeah.
the next time you're with a guy or a woman, you'll understand something different.
Yeah,
You'll remember
different.
what we said because
yeah, but the men can be very deceptive, and the truth is women fall into lies from a man. Men are very good at what they do. Let me be honest with you. And at times, women also in their natural state are very curious
Vulnerable.
and also very
And
curious.
vulnerable. Yeah, it's
curious
true.
in the sense that a man can come to you and probably they've started flirting with you.
yeah, you're like, hey,
Then,
itaenda wapi? Is
itaenda
he
wapi?
serious? Does he
The
really
next-
want to change my
yeah,
life?
yeah.
Next
The
time,
next thing-
men
the
attraction.
next thing- exactly. And then the first thing you see, this guy is married. Then you're like, but this guy is giving me attention. So hey, let me ride on his
I
attention.
know someone like that.
You understand? Like
She
so
has an engagement ring from a
exactly.
married
So
person.
and
like,
men,
wait. you know he's never gonna leave his wife.
Yeah, how many times? So I can't quite blame men, but I can blame them, and also even women need to own up to seeing these deceptions from men.
I think again, it's kind of like the first video that we were talking about. Like, stop preying on people. Like, if you're in a situation and you know that you have the upper hand, like, don't hurt other people just because you can. Don't enter a relationship with someone when you know you don't want to be in a relationship. But don't mislead them when you know you don't want to mislead them. Because one, not only is karma real, but you're gonna end up messing up other people for other people. That's how a relationship usually
you just mentioned something so valuable, and just be the type of man who would want probably like your daughter to marry. Have that personality. Like, don't be a person who preys on women, young women, vulnerable women. Yeah. Yet one day you expect your daughter never to go through something like that. Never to be hurt
like that. Like, don't put that karma for your child. Because your daughter will end up being hurt over things she didn't even do. She's wondering, nini nashinda nikiumia roho yangu. Kumbe it's something my dad did to how many women cried. And this can go both ways. There are a lot of men who are also like crying and wanaumia, you know. Yeah. So we're just be better, be nicer, be considerate. Just don't stop ruining people's lives. Stop. Be nice. Stop.
Yeah. It's and there's someone who once said this. Instead of looking for the one, be the one. Don't focus. Don't think someone is going to come into
You're
life.
Looking for the Mr. Right, Mrs. Right. You be Mr. Right,
Mrs.
Right.
And you'll end up getting someone who basically is right for you. But
exactly.
if you expect like there's this mystery man who will come and change your whole life.
Now you imagine the way you were talking about how guys want a woman. We were talking about earlier about how you want a woman who's super like modest and everything. But then you're out there being a hoe around the whole world. I mean, it doesn't work that way. Even you, be a good person, be a good dude, and you get you a good woman. Be a good man, and you'll find you. I mean, be a good woman, and you'll find you a good man.
It's true.
Yes.
It's just be nice. Just focus on doing the right thing, and the right things will find you.
I think we'll finish that one here. It was just one question, but I think it was the most important question. Don't you agree, ladies? That's the one thing we really, really wanted to know. And thank you for your perspective. Thank you for that answer. It is just spot on. Spot on. He's told me that before, but I don't know why today I've had him better than usually. I feel like, we've had this conversation before. Labda, najiangalia hivi soon nasema, hey. So thanks again, Chris, for joining us. And guys, stay tuned for the next 2 parts. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Keep it locked.